Nestled on the banks of the Hudson River, Michie Stadium. It will play host to some of the nation's finest today and another thrilling edition of Army football. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Black Knights ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Tulane Green Wave offense takes the field and they'll have the ball first. It's not always easy to know what you're going. When you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be. And now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program, knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball early. He's going to get it often. A lot of people really excited to see how he plays in this one.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it past the marker. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to get it in. The receiver will not get it to the sticks. It'll be 4th down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
He'll keep it on the sneak. The sneak scores it.
Well, you know, this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Army Black Knights offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And Jesse, if they have to look to their big tight end in the passing game, that could open the door to some struggles.
I mean, he has to be the go-to because he is their best weapon. This is not a dynamic passing attack with guys on the outside with speed, take the top off the defense, catch posts and goes. A lot of it goes through this tight end. So it's getting to the sticks, working open in zone coverage, being that reliable target for the quarterback. That's going to be important in this one.
No doubt. So that starts with great hands, contested catches, using that big frame to catch those intermediate passes, move the sticks, really be the go-to guy in this offense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's give a little context to where Army is. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
The kick is on its way. Wants to return it. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for space. It's Livingston. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. He's up to 47 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab at the 30. Touchdown, Green Wave. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. sends it back in motion. Here's the handoff. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. Fourth down coming up. And the Black Knights line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got out of trouble and throws. With the catch, it's Russ. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. They'll go to the air on second and short. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a hit. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the gun, running back on the move. That gives him 54 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll go to the air on third and short. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Between the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, David.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to that half.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. They boot it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to breaks into the open. He's at the 30. Inside the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tulane!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. On the option. Now the pitch. Got the first down. Looking for more. A tremendous run. He was 4-4 after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. Dropping back, it's Cherry. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's just a simple blitz by the middle linebacker, and he's able to win up front. He sees the gap. He's able to beat his block and get to the QB.
The Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. Touchdown, Green Wave! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the back. They'll pick up 4 seconds.
quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Second down coming up. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Now the play fake. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going for it all. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. And the Black Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the...
Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks on the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback on the keeper. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got a man. It's Ellington. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Ellington. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Here's the pressure. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Makes the catch. It's Ellington. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in West Point for an entertaining first half than you? And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Lake Field inside Michie Stadium.
About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Catch in the middle, it's Russ. At the 45, on its way. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Touchdown, Green Wave! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop
it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll send the back in motion. Give to the big fullback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Single back formation, and they give it to it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Black Knights come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Cherry. Rushes on him. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Black Knights. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. How about that running back lumbering his way and getting into the end zone?
Way to find the end zone. You might not necessarily be known.
And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Right on the money. There he goes. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Hold it.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Goes to the option. He'll toss it, and he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Gets the back moving. Here comes the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. To the air, it's Cherry. He's got it down the middle. No chance to run, but still a good gain. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Right down the middle. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Black Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Unleashes to the end zone. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on first down. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turning it on. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Catch and stride inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. Tulane right back to the line. To the air on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here we go, set. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal, going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
And he puts through the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start Jesse, to almost the finish now, they have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Gathers. Finds the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
And the Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kick.